talking about the teenage cyborg. For some parents, a child getting a tattoo or maybe a piercing would be their worst ever nightmare.
How about this? One British family was given a shock when their son secretly ordered a computer chip online and then implanted it into his own hand. The cyborg, man mixed with machine, made famous by the Terminator.
For people that don't know, this is a mark of the beast.
I know it needs work.
But this futuristic technology isn't just science fiction anymore. It is believed there could be as many as 10,000 people across. Amputee Mr. Sullivan became one of the first cyborgs in 2001 after receiving a bionic arm, while a blind Canadian man had his sight returned through a brain implant in 2002. But perhaps the closest example of a real-life Terminator is Nigel Acton, who now has one of the most advanced prosthetics in the world. A helping hand to him, and just a fraction of what you might see.
Trust me, people need to believe this, man. This is the mark of the beast.
From Somerset, who's had a microchip
Alright, listen.
into his hand. It allows him to control his phone, amongst other things. 15-year-old Byron Wigg is here. Very good morning to you. Mum Lillian also alongside him. Bit concerned about this, weren't you, Lily? We'll talk to you about that. And Dr. Hillary as well, telling us all not to try this at home, presumably. Byron, what were you thinking?
I just wanted to be part of technology and be part of the ever-growing aspect and help other people in the future.
Okay, so you've implanted the chip into your hand yourself.
Yes.
Were you nervous about doing this at all?
Yes, I think I nearly passed out when I to put it in.
Oh, really?
Oh no, because I was like shocked.
Okay. How's it been since you put it in?
For the first day it ached, and after that I can't feel a thing. I only feel it when I just tightly grip my hand or grip something hard.
How big is the implant?
Just a bit bigger than grain of rice.
Okay. So you've implanted it yourself.
Remember, he said as big as a grain of rice.
Show us what it can do.
If you've done your research and you know,
So I can unlock
then you know.
So it's like,
So you can see
if it
it's
works,
locked there,
Yeah.
and then if you put
and
your
then hopefully, and then unlock.
there you go. So that's unlocked.
Why don't I play you a tune? So hopefully, if it's gonna.
There's a speaker down here which is wireless. Is that?
It's
That's
got
locked.
performance anxiety.
There you go. That wasn't me touching the speaker that made that.
Yeah, but I suppose the idea, Byron, is that, you know, the possibilities are endless, aren't they? You could open your car door eventually when you get a car, your house door.
The possibilities are endless.
There's this
Huh.
community around the world, and I know
That's an understatement.
who do have. They've got.
Maybe it might take your soul.
And they've got
No soul.
by their
Give up your soul. That's what it is.
on the window, and then it unlocks the car.
So you can see it like this, yeah.
So and then you touch the hand on the ignition, and it turns on. So I think this is a guy called Tom. If I remember
So
right.
the potential for this in terms of accessing technology and
See?
is sort of, you know, is only limited
They
by
say
imagination.
Pretty much, yeah.
people will receive the mark of the beast on the hand or on their forehead.
It's something that you can use to add on. So like
On their hand
forgetful person.
or on the forehead.
Put my hand on, and it unlocks. My
Come on, people, please. Wake up.
Unlocks Google or something. I might like Gmail.
I have to say, the idea of not having to remember all the passwords, we have endless passwords, is something that sounds quite appealing. Lillian, from your perspective, you know, we can see how you're feeling about this. When Byron asked and said, Mum, I fancy having a chip put in my hand, what did you say?
No.
And but
You're damn right.
really,
So he did it without you knowing?
He did it without us knowing, yes.
and what did you do when you found out?
I think Dad was probably more upset by it than I was. Daddy was working away and he came home from a week away to be told he's implanted it himself, and not impressed, gone behind our back, and that was probably more of the issue, the fact he'd gone behind our backs.
And
But it's
I wonder whether there is... I mean,
You need to be concerned, trust me. You need to be concerned.
You know, sometimes you don't know where
You
they
don't
are.
need to be scared,
Sometimes they go to places and
but
you're
just
not
be
aware.
concerned
Tracking technology,
and vigilant.
You know where Byron is at all times?
You
not
think
that I'm aware
no?
of.
Lillian's
Not
already
that I'm aware of.
searching it.
It's at the beginning of a nanny state where our children are tracked, and I don't know.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
But it's the same sort of chip that goes in an animal, right?
Yeah,
An animal passport.
but they don't.
The chip's a nano chip.
Like lose your dog, and it
A
gets
nano.
in, it has to
N-A-N-O.
scan it, don't they?
nanotechnology.
Skin, because all batteries give off a gas and that'll be toxic to put in your body.
Let's talk about the physiological aspect of this, Hilary. Byron injecting it into himself, I'm sure, is something that you'd certainly say is not a good idea.
No, it's not. I mean, it's an invasive technique. You're penetrating the skin with a needle. You're injecting, implanting a foreign body, which can cause an allergy, a toxic reaction. You can introduce infection. I mean, I've seen people with much smaller punctures of the skin, say in the garden or elsewhere, not using a septic technique to penetrate the skin, getting septicemia and nasty hand infections, and your hands are really important. And of course you're going to feel that. People complain about having a wart on their hand or even a hangnail causing discomfort. So this is a foreign body in the hand, potentially causing problems. I can understand Byron say this is exciting new technology. Call me old-fashioned. I can open the car door myself.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Mechanical and electrical in my car. Anyway,
Yeah, what happens if you lose your keys?
if you lose your keys,
Go and get some new ones, man.
You're going to lose your keys if it's on your hand.
well, that is true.
You're just lazy. That's what you're doing. You're choosing an excuse to be lazy on top.
I'm going to get it chipped today.
Just a lazy man.
But it's absolutely great to see you. Thanks so much for coming in, Byron, Lillian, and Dr. Hilary. I think it's fascinating, and
Yeah.
I think, you know, the possibilities.
Yeah, Lily, the next few years as well.
NWO.
I think there's a lot of parents.
That's the possibilities. Control.
Lorraine's going to be here in about 15 minutes. Morning, Lorraine.
Good morning to you. Do you remember that thing in the movie? It was Minority Report, and they had a phone in their hand.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes, we do.
And you just talk into your hand.
Brilliant.
That's where we're going. Coming up after 50:30.
Yeah, right?
Emotional in the
That's where we're going.
catch up with everybody.
Ha, Sai.
Also,
Here. Holler at me, man. Holler at me. Ha.